Traffic is backed all the way up to the village. I mightn't even get to look at ducks. Are there even ducks there? Come on, ducks. I need you for my brains. No ducks. Alright. It's time to go home and hoot the missus again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Speed bump. And apologies to people or bikers in Dublin, because I'm going up Howth, which is, if you're a biker in Dublin, is basically the equivalent of going down to the shops for a pint of milk. It's well, it's not been on this channel for a while, so strap yourselves in, lads. Sorry. And yeah, it's kind of been a while. It's been a while since the Muse has taken one. And again, I've made more than my fair share of, like, here's a video after no video for ages and ages. So I'm back, baby. I'm not going to say I'm back, but I'm going to say here's a video. And what I'm up to is I have my morning free. I have my mornings free most days these days, so get on to that. But I'm just going out for a little spin and a coffee, and just to be doing something with myself before I start work for the day. And you may have seen that as a coincidence, but it really kind of wasn't. That took a while to acknowledge it myself. I've been spending the last couple of years kind of working on myself a little bit, and figuring out what I want to do, and figuring out, you know, what makes me happy to do. And I always used to say on this channel, if we can get heavy for a second, when I get heavy for a second, is that I do this channel for me, and that it's not for all of yous, and someday I might just get sick of it, and I'm not doing this for, you know, views or any of that sort of stuff. And one of the things that I have kind of acknowledged at this point is that I did do it for the reason of, let's put something out there and see what happens. And, you know, it was kind of gratifying seeing views and seeing etc. Like, it's not something I was madly chasing or anything like that, because I think that's all kind of pointless anyway. But this whole notion of, like, I'm very selfish, you know, and I do this for me, and you can watch my videos if you want or don't, it's all the same to me. I was kind of fooling myself a little bit. And so as part of the realization of that, I kind of went, okay, I'm doing these videos for other people, and what would that look like if I did videos for other people? Would it look the same? Would it be a different format, everything like that? And of course, as I like to do, I then overthought things, and then nothing really happened. So it just kind of fell by the wayside. And of course, for a chunk of 2020, nobody was out on bikes, and then for the latter bit of 2020, everyone was out on bikes, because it was all you really could do. You know, put yourself in your protective cocoon of helmet, and go out and try not to breathe on anyone, or try not to French kiss any grannies or whatever. And that was what that ended up being. And so everyone got a little bit reclusive, a little bit kind of looking after their own business. And so I was no different, I think. And so I have been on the bike. I've been on the bike quite a bit, actually. It's just none of it's really made it to YouTube, and that felt okay. I used to get, well, it's not that I got anxiety, but I used to get, like, I've done something on the bike, and I've done something with the bike, or I've changed the bike or whatever. I better go to YouTube. Better make sure YouTube knows. And I've spent probably a year and a bit, you know, going on trips and doing things, and, you know, taking video and stuff, and then just throwing it away, and just going, it doesn't really matter. And so, in a way, I'm kind of getting back to the, like, I'm doing this because I enjoy it, as opposed to because I feel obligated. Because I was and still am a terrible man for putting obligations on myself. So, yeah, you'll notice I'm on a different bike than I was previously, and maybe we'll talk about that at some point, because I'm back on the BMW train. But as I said, working on oneself. I changed jobs. I had the same job for, God, what was it, 16 or 17 years, like the best part of 20 years. And I changed job, and then I changed job again. So I had a rebound job, and now I'm in a place I think I'll stick with for a while. And that's new and interesting and terrifying. So that's what I was concentrating on for the most part for a while. And the main impact of that is that I work completely remotely now, and so I'm trying to figure out what to do with that, whether I'm going to do a bit of travelling while working or whether any of that happens. But for the meantime, what it essentially means is, because it's an American company and I'm sort of late shifted and it's kind of official now, I don't have to go to an office in the morning, and generally work doesn't start till the afternoon, and so I have my mornings pretty much free every day. And my hours are flexible and all of that, so that's pretty nice. And what I really am trying to do is to do stuff in the morning, because what you tend to do, or what I tend to do, is that I've no work stuff until like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and I could be going until 8 or 9 or after, but if I've nothing until 1 or 2 o'clock, what I will do is I'll either have a great big sleep and stay up late, which of course means you get nothing done but work, or I'll get up a little earlier and I'll kind of go, nearly time for work, even though it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, then I'm not working for another 3 or 4 hours. And this is essentially my evening, such as it was before, right? When I go, no time to do anything, time to sit around and wait for it to be work time. And that's not great either. It means all you do is work. And so I've discovered that. Ask me how I know that's not a healthy attitude. And so if going out and doing bikes of a morning is how I get myself out of the house or get myself doing stuff in the morning, then maybe that's a decent outlet for it. So, sorry YouTube, you're the silver medal. You happen to maybe be some sort of work from home coping strategy. You're not everything I'm thinking about all day. Sorry to tell you. Oh, they took this roundabout out. Look at that. That's something. There must have finally been like 7 people killed at once, and that's the limit. This kind of stuff is really interesting to me, because you'd always imagine a roundabout would flow quicker. But the difference between a roundabout and a light controlled junction is the roundabout requires judgment from a very quick succession of dopes that are figuring out how to use a roundabout, whereas everyone knows how to use traffic lights. This is a shit junction though. Traffic is backed all the way up to the village. I mightn't even get to look at ducks. Are there even ducks there? Come on, ducks. I need you for my brains. No ducks. Alright. It's time to go home and hoot the missus again. And yeah, in the seemingly never-ending quest to get around this bus, to keep my head straight, one thing that has worked in my favour is that since COVID, the number of like little coffee places popping up has just skyrocketed. Like, coffee is the new donuts, except it's less stupid, so it might actually remain the new donuts and also the existing donuts. Yeah, it seemed like over COVID you could just show up in a club car park with a thermos of fucking Nescafe and people start queuing in front of you like it's fucking gas. And some of them are actually really good. Like they get proper bakery stuff and they make you a nice sambo and they give you coffee that isn't absolute gack. I'm not a coffee snob or aficionado, but I can tell the difference between okay coffee that's nice to drink and tack. That's been good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make it out to little coffee places I haven't been to before, which is a lot of little coffee places, generally north sidey. So here's their fucking creator engagement for today. If there's a little coffee place, generally out the north sidey bit of Dublin, anywhere on the north side really, and you're like, that's a class little coffee place, it might be in your local gas club, it might be somewhere else, drop us a comment, might head out to it, and you can wave frantically at the screen as your local neighbourhood shows up on YouTube in some random bastard's YouTube channel. But I'm gonna go ahead and assume that Malahide has some coffee in it, and I'm gonna go get one. I'm kind of slipping around. I need to bring this bike in. It needs a new front tire. The front tire in this is basically shot. It's been on a couple of trips with me, so that's that has to happen before I can throw this around corners to the extent that I used to be able to. Since we last spoke, we've been on a couple of trips. So we went on a trip up to the Isle of Skye in Scotland and all of that with the lads being Until It Was a Rainbow, and the Gorilla Biker. He probably put up some videos and stuff. And was he in Scotland? I forget. Anyway, he was in Scotland. he ate a deep fried pizza. It was like, honest to God, it was like watching fucking. Anyway, never mind. It was like reverse childbirth watching that lad eat a fucking deep fried pizza. But anyway, I digress. And we then later went to Wales, so just like across to Wales, hang out a bit. Didn't get Scotland I think was the better trip. And then in July this year, myself and Graham and two up to down Insta went out to Norway with overlanders. Well, we shipped the bikes with overlanders, and then we just did our own thing in Norway. And I'll probably see, I'm catching myself. I'll probably do a video on that, but I might or I might not. I have a load of footage and I have a load of advice and everything like that, and so like fucking once in a lifetime trip. Like compared, like the other trips are fucking garbage compared to this one, just in terms of quality of roads and quality of crack, and just unbelievable trip. So if I can do any kind of touring retrospective trip, it'll be that one. I was like, let's go to Malahide and get a nice coffee, and then you get to Malahide and it's like, dude. Hope you like rainwater in your coffee. Starbucks. Okay. Off to an auspicious start. I should have known at Malahide. I wanted a little fucking bijou horse box with a fella with an interesting beard in it, but no, I get Starbucks. Alright, I know how it is, Malahide. You're too fucking old and jaded and incumbent to make an effort. Oh, that was unpleasant. Alright, tell me where to go. Save me from drinking corporate jizz. It's not good. And yeah, so that was a little spin out and a little catch up. And I either will or won't talk to you all in the future. Good luck, stay safe, have a good one.